Now introducing the starters for your Indiana Pacers. In the middle, 6'9", number 22, Isaiah Jackson. At guards, 6'1", number 9, TJ McConnell. At forward, 6'5", number 23, Aaron Neesmith. At guard, 6'4", number 2, Andrew Nembhard. At forward, 6'6", number 43, Pascal Siakam. The head coach for your Indiana Pacers is Rick Carlisle. Make some noise for your Indiana Pacers.
And we welcome you to the Gamebridge Fieldhouse here in Indianapolis, Indiana here. I am Vito Productions, and we present another NBA2K26 presentation of the 2025-2026 NBA season playthrough. We are on New Year's Eve here, where the Orlando Magic and the Indiana Pacers take battle here. As we saw the starting lineups already, you saw TJ McConnell, Nembhard, Neesmith, Siakam, and Jackson, the lineup for the Pacers. As you see, the Pacers win the tip. For the starting lineup for the Magic, you have Tyus Jones, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Moritz Wagner at center. That shot is up, and it's good! And it's 3-0 already for the Pacers here. Both teams coming to this game with identical 17-16 records. The Magic have been hovering around the 500 above and below 500 mark all season. Pacers got off to a slow start. They were 10-16, but they are now on a 7-game winning streak to get to being above 500 for the first time. We see Banchero with the rebound. Desmond Bane with it. And that is no good. Siakam will get the rebound here 1 minute into the game here. We're nearing the end of schedule block number 2 here, as there's only 6 games left, including this one. As you see, it's 5-0 Pacers now. This is, of course, the last game of the calendar day for the month of December. We're going to be heading into 2026 portion of the schedule. In our next game, you see McConnell back over to, you see Tyus Jones will lose it here. Franz Wagner with it, back over to Banchero. For 3, that is no good. Isaiah Jackson will get the rebound. McConnell with it. But as I said, he steps out of bounds. Neesmith steps out of bounds, and Orlando will get the ball here. The Magic, this is their second watch game and their only appearance in schedule block number 2. They did win their only watch game against the Bulls and back in the early part of the season playthrough. As you see, Bane back over to Banchero. Back over to Bane. Bane with the bucket, and the Magic are on the board for the first time in this game. You see on the road, look at his stats on the road. 22.6 points a game for Desmond Bane. Those are his road stats you see there. Siakam, layup is good. I believe that's his first points of the game. Could be mistaken here, because remember, I'm trying to get through everything. Pacers are 1-1 in watch games. This is their second appearance in the schedule block number 2. Desmond Bane with the 3. He has all 5 points for the Magic to this point. They won their first game, the towards the end of the schedule block number 1. They won a very exciting game, as you see. Pascal Siakam for 3. And his team, and he puts them ahead by 5 here. As we're going to take a timeout for the Magic. We're going to take one as well. 8:50 left in the first. It's 10-5 Pacers. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back here as we look at in the last 30 days between shooting guards. Desmond Bane averaging 26.9 points. That is second among shooting guards in the last month. And anybody who's new to this channel, I am VW Productions. I do sports video games as well as maybe some vlogs. Right now, I'm currently doing the 2025-2026 NBA season playthrough. As you see, Tyus Jones with it. 13 on the shot clock for the Magic. Jones coming through. Had 13 points in their last game again in a loss against the Raptors. Franz Wagner for 3. That is off the iron. Nimhard will get the rebound. But as I was saying, though, I do sports video games as well as vlogs. I'm doing college football 26 content. You see Neesmith there. 5 games this week for my simulation for what they call Hate Week. Last night was the old, clean, fashioned hate between Georgia and Georgia Tech. You can watch that game at the end of this video and see Jackson will get the rebound off the miss from the Magic here. Nimhard for the Pacers on the other end of the court. Pass it back over to Pascal Siakam. 7:50 to play in the first quarter. There's a 3-point attempt. That is no good. Moritz Wagner will get the rebound. You see Desmond Bane has all 5 points so far. And there's a foul, and they're not going to count it. Siakam is called.
Shooting for Orlando, Paolo
Banchero will get the shoot 2. And he'll miss the first one. As I said, the Magic won their only game in a watch game. Big win back on schedule block number 1 as Banchero misses both of them. Neesmith with it. Back over to Jackson. Jackson back over to Nimhard. 5 on the shot clock. 3. That is no good. Moritz Wagner with the rebound. Tyus Jones has it for the Pacers. Or for the Magic, what I'm saying. Pacers won their only game on the schedule block number 1 in a very exciting game, winning it towards the end over the Cavaliers. Jones with it. Back over to Banchero. That is off the iron, no good. McConnell with the rebound. But then they got off to a fast start like they are right now against the Sacramento Kings in their first appearance in schedule block number 2 before the Kings were able to find a way, woke up, and then had a very dominant second half, in which were actually the last half of the third quarter into the last 18 minutes of that game, I should say. The Kings dominated because that was a back and forth game for a while. Kings were able to beat the Pacers in this building. As I said, though, Paolo Banchero will get the bucket there. Those are his first 2 points of the game. And it's a 5-point lead for the Pacers here as we're halfway through the first quarter here at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. So that is up to speed for these two teams as far as the season playthrough goes. Siakam for 3. That's going to fall. And we have another Magic timeout. We're going to take a break as well. That was Neesmith with the rebound, or with the 3-pointer. That's my fault there. And as I mentioned before, I do college football 26 content here. Currently, as I said, I'm doing a simulation. I'm doing 5 simulation games for Hate Week. Tonight, as I said, last night was Georgia Tech. Tonight's going to be Texas and Texas A&M. That'll be at around 7 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow we'll have the game, or they call it the game, Ohio State and Michigan. Followed by Desmond Bain. Bain for three. He hits it. Desmond Bain has 8 of the 10 points so far for the Magic. Back to a 5-point game again. Tomorrow's game, for content-wise, as Siakam is going to go to the line and count it, by the way. Moritz Wagner. Yeah, Siakam is 43. It was Isaac. It was Neesmith is 23. Siakam is 43. So I got confused there. I took the last couple of days off for calling any basketball games because I was not doing too well. I see Siakam at the line, and he'll sink it. Banchero. You see Black is into the game for the Orlando Magic, so we got some players coming off the bench now. Desmond Bain, as I said, has 8 points already. And that's a careless turnover there, as Indiana will get the ball again. See Banchero's stats, 23.8 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. That's his season average for all in general. For the former Rookie of the Year. See McConnell with it. Both teams, that said, are 17-16 on the season. The Pacers right now own a tiebreaker for the 6th seed right now, which is very important. As you see Siakam coming around with the layup. That is good. Look at Pascal Siakam's stats. 22.2 points a game at home. And the Pacers are on top by 10. Back over to Franz Wagner, and he'll get the dunk there. Those are his first 2 points of the game as he's averaging 20.0 points a game. Or right around 20 points a game. Andrew Nembhard. From the free throw line, that is no good. Moritz Wagner will get the rebound. Almost lost it for a second, but he was able to get it. Look at the rebounds, 8-5 in favor of the Pacers. Black, back over to Bain, over to Banchero. Hello, Banchero. Jump shot, that is good. That's 4 for him in this game. As we're approaching 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter, the Pacers leading at 20-14. Nembhard from deep inside. Black will get the rebound for the Orlando Magic. Andrew Nembhard, 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. 1 of 2 from free three.
Assist goes to
Moritz Wagner with the bucket again. It's a 4-point game now for the Orlando Magic, or for the Pacers now. Under 3 to play here in the first. Siakam. And Banchero, as you see, Siakam will get it over Banchero. Look at that, Pascal Siakam, 12 points in this game on 5 of 7 shooting. Desmond Bain, as I said, also heating up for the Magic here, but that's no good off of the Banchero miss. As you see, McConnell has it for the Pacers. Coming through, back over to Nembhard. Nembhard for 3. Off the iron, Moritz Wagner with the rebound. There's Franz Wagner. Back over to Moritz. Over to Black. Black with the dunk. It's back to only a 4-point lead again for the Pacers here. As I said, I'm getting back into the rhythm of things of calling games, you know. I took the weekend off. Nembhard for 3. That is no good. Banchero with the rebound. So we will have an early upload coming up on Thursday, which will start the 2026 portion of this 2025-2026 season playthrough. As you see, Desmond Bain with that bucket there. He now controls half the team's points here as we have another timeout, this time by the Pacers here. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. All right, we're back here in Indianapolis. As I was mentioning before, Thursday we'll start the 2026 portion of this schedule for the 2025-2026 NBA season playthrough, and that is because this is New Year's Eve on the calendar for this particular game that you're currently watching right now. It's the Obi Toppin into the game, Quentin Jackson, Shepard for the Pacers now. And they're just playing Mathurin with it. There's a shot. That is no good. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Approaching 1 minute to play here, which means tomorrow's De Silva back over to Isaac. The Franz Wagner. Two on the shot clock. Black with it. He'll get the shot up. That will draw iron to avoid the shot clock violation. And as we go tomorrow, Wednesday will be the stats. As you see, Obi Toppin for 3, as I said. Stats. We'll go through the stats, awards, and standings for after December 2025. And by that, I mean we're going to look at top 10 for each category, as well as for teams, for players and teams, as well as we go over the season awards, the players of the week, the players of the month, as we end the first quarter here, as the Pacers are on top 25-20. We'll be back to start the second quarters after this break. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. Back here in Indianapolis here, the Pacers up 25-20. They led by as many as 10 in that first quarter. But the Magic have kept it close here. Franz Wagner, and he's making it within 3. The Magic have yet to lead in this game, so it was controlled by the Pacers for the entire 12 minutes. The momentum looks like it could shift towards the Magic, as Mathurin will make the bucket there, and they're back up by 5. As I mentioned before the end of the first quarter, that tomorrow's video will be as tomorrow's game video will have no game tomorrow, as Black will miss that one, as Obi Toppin will get the rebound. Shepard has it for the Pacers. Shepard coming through, back over to Mathurin. Passing to Toppin to Jones. Jones for 3. He drains it. Jones extends the Pacers lead back up to 8. Franz Wagner for 3, no good. Huff will get the rebound for the Pacers. And look at Obi Toppin with the slam dunk on the alley-oop. As Pacers back on top, back up by 10. Bataze. That's his first 2 points of the game for Bataze. See Jones with it, back over to Toppin. Passes it back over to Toppin for 3. That is off the iron. Franz Wagner will get the rebound. De Silva with it. Silva back over to Isaac. Back over to Black. 12 on the shot clock here. Bataze. Pass it back over to Wagner. Block for 3. He drains that one. As we have a timeout for the Pacers. We'll take a break as well. 9:14 to play in the second quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back here in Indianapolis. Here we look at the dunk contest race. You got both the Thompson brothers, as well as VJ Edgecombe and Matas Buzelis, in the running for the dunk contest. We will have the dunk contest as well as every other All-Star festivity on this channel. So do, if you enjoy this, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. I see Mathurin coming around. Layup is good. See Isaac passing it over to Jones. Back over to Bedaze. Bedaze, bucket is good.
Assist from Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones with the assist there. It's a 5-point lead for the Pacers. Back over to Siakam. There's a three. That is Neesmith with the three. Yes, I had to figure out which N name was it that started with the letter N. That was Neesmith. Franz Wagner for three. That is off the iron. Siakam with the rebound. Well, we're back over to Obi Toppin here. Look at that. They shot 54% in their win against the Rockets. 51 points off the bench for the Pacers for their last game. Toppin misses that one. Said Wagner coming around. Count it!
Defensive foul. Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin called for the shooting foul.
First team foul.
As Franz Wagner will be out at the line here. So let's see, we got substitutions. Chance for the Magic to cut it to within within 5 again. And that is good. It's a 5-point lead again for the Pacers. Or Magic cut it to within 5. McConnell back over to Siakam to Mathurin. To Neesmith. Back over to Siakam. 2 on the shot clock. 1 on the shot clock. Siakam! He has 14 points in 13 minutes of play here, shooting 75% here. 7-point lead for the Pacers again, led by as many as 10. Desmond Bane, he misses that one. Pascal Siakam. Back over to TJ McConnell. Pass it over to Siakam, and Siakam with another bucket. It's a 9-point lead for the Pacers. Siakam in general averaging 23.5 points a game. Franz Wagner. That is no good. Mathurin with the rebound. Neesmith over to McConnell. Back to Siakam. Siakam. Another bucket for him. That's 18, I believe, for Siakam in this game. And the Pacers now have their largest lead at 11. But Bedaze, though, with the dunk. Tyus Jones with another assist. Orlando back to within 9. So we're under 6 minutes to play until halftime here. 43-34, the Pacers on top. On the final day of December in this scheduled calendar, the final game of the 2025 portion of the 2025-2026 season playthrough here. See Tyus Jones over to Franz Wagner. Back over to De Silva. De Silva to Bedaze. There's a shot by Tyus Jones. He hits it. The Magic within 6. McConnell for 3. And he drains it, and the Pacers extend their lead back up to 9. Franz Wagner for 3. That is off the iron. Mathurin will get the rebound. We look at McConnell. McConnell, that shot is up. That is off the iron. Tyus Jones getting the rebound for the Magic. Jones with it. Bedaze. With 3, back over to De Silva. De Silva gets that shot up. That is in and out. Isaiah Jackson with the rebound. Mathurin has it. Isaiah Jackson has it for the Pacers. Back over to Siakam here. 7 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. There's Siakam for 3. He drains it! And the Pacers are now on top by their largest lead. 49-37 now. That's their largest lead. Siakam with 21 points. He has 9 in the second quarter. Franz Wagner now has it for the Magic. That shot is up. He makes it. And the Magic back within 9. That pass, you see Neesmith extends the Pacers lead up to 11 again. Looking at the shooting, Magic 17-34, Pacers 21-34. Back over to Tyus Jones here. Magic trailing by 11. So we're about 3 minutes to play until the end of the quarter, till the end of the half. There's a 3-point. That is off the iron. Neesmith will get the rebound. Mathurin back to Neesmith. Neesmith to Mathurin for 3. That is off the iron. Bedaze with the rebound. Tyus Jones has it. Jones for 3. That is off the iron. Mathurin will get the rebound. Back over to Neesmith. Neesmith finding over to McConnell. McConnell back to Siakam. Siakam. There's a 3-point shot up. Not sure who has it, but there's a loose ball there. McConnell will get it for the Pacers here. It's 10 on the shot clock for the Pacers now. Back over to Isaiah Jackson here as we're under 2 minutes to play until halftime. 3-pointer. That is off the iron. Bedaze will get the rebound. Desmond Bane has it for the for the Magic, I should say. Back over to Jones. Franz Wagner for 3. That is off the iron. Mathurin with the rebound. Mathurin almost went coast to coast for a second. He probably will. He will with the slam dunk. Pacers now have their largest lead with 13 points, 53-40. Timeout, Orlando. 1:24 to play until halftime. We're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we are back here in Indianapolis here. Look at the league leaders in fast points team-wise in the last 10 games. You see the Pacers at 16.6, averaging 5th in the league. So we got about 1:24 to play until halftime here. 53-40, the Pacers on top. They have not trailed in this game. Closest I think the Magic has been was within, I think, 2 or 3. The only time this game was tied was 0-0 as Banchero. 7 on the shot clock here. Siakam will get the rebound. I have to keep thinking it's Banchero and not Banchero or Bonchero. But you see the Pacers out rebounding Orlando 23-15 here, under a minute to play here in the second. 8 on the shot clock. 7. We got 5 on the shot clock. McConnell. Neesmith for 3. That is off the iron. Wagner will get the rebound. Tyus Jones has it here. 37 seconds to play here in the second quarter here. Tyus Jones with it. Jones for 3. No good. Neesmith with the rebound. Shot clock is still on. So the Pacers do have to get a shot up. Neesmith will come around. That hits the iron, so shot clock is turned off regardless of who gained possession of it. But you see Banchero coming around. He is fouled. He's going to go to the line as Nembhard called for the foul with 9.5 to play in the second quarter. Banchero making the second trip to the line. He missed both the free throws in the first quarter. And he'll sink the first one this time. 1 of 3 from the line. Don't forget, everybody, that coming up a little bit later tonight, we'll have our second college football 26 simulation game for Hate Week. A Siakam for 3. He will drain it with 1.7. And that is their largest lead of the game, as that shot is missed, and we are going to halftime here, where the Pacers leading the Magic by 14 here on this New Year's Eve day on this scheduled calendar. 56-42. Pacers on top. We're going to take it to halftime. We'll be back to start the second half. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Getting ready to start the second half here in Indianapolis here. The Pacers leading it by 14. It is their largest lead of the game, as you see Pascal Siakam highlights here. Leading all scorers with 24 points, not just for the Pacers, but just for anybody right now. Game high for him right now. He owns the game high, I should say. As the Magic get ready to inbound at the start of the second half, trailing by 14. Boncharo inbounds it to Bain. See, the starting five, I believe, we're out there for both teams. Go around there, 9 on the shot clock. Bain still holding on to it. Tyus Jones for 3. That's off the iron. Neesmith will get the rebound. Rebounds 25-17 in favor of the Pacers right now, which is why they have a 14-point lead. Siakam back over to Neesmith. Neesmith with a layup. It's a 16-point lead for the Pacers now. Tyus Jones back over to Moritz Wagner. Desmond Bain. We all know that the Pacers are without the services of Tyrese Halliburton. You see Moritz Wagner with the dunk there. But then the Magic are without Wendell Carter Jr. and Jalen Suggs for a while. We'll go through the injury reports after this game. Back over to Jackson, and Isaiah Jackson with the layup. And the Pacer lead back up to 16. Again, their largest lead. It matches their largest lead. Franz Wagner passing back over to Boncaro. Boncaro for 3, and he drains it. Paolo Boncaro only had 6 points in the first half. That's his first 3 of the game. He has now 9 total now. Neesmith back over to Siakam. But as I said, though, before halftime, you see Nembhard for 3. That is off the iron. Moritz Wagner will get the rebound. Back over to Desmond Bain. He loses it. Nembhard with the steal. McConnell for 3. That is off the iron. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Wagner coming around, and he's fouled. Nembhard will be called for his second foul. But Franz Wagner is going to go to the line shooting 2. But as I said, though, coming up later tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern will be my second college football 26 simulation game for Hate Week. We had the Lone Star State battle in Austin, Texas, between the Texas A&M Aggies and the Texas Longhorns, as you see the first free throw made. And then tomorrow on the channel, we'll have my have a triple upload day. 2018 college football projection video for November 26th, the second to last projection video, as Wagner hits both of them. Orlando within 11. And then, of course, we'll have the update video, as I mentioned earlier, with the stats, awards, and standings for after December 2025. And then we'll have Michigan and Ohio State for the third simulation game for college football 26 at 7 p.m. Eastern. You see Bain with the bucket, and his game's margins within single digits again here. 3 minutes into the third quarter, 60-51 Magic on top, or Pacers on top. Pacers have led wire to wire. McConnell for 3. That is off the iron. Bain with the rebound. McConnell only has 5 points for 2 of 6 shooting, but he does have 6 assists. Bancaro back over to Bain. Pass it back to Bancaro here. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Jones. Jones from deep inside. He drains it. Magic only within 7. They are on an 11-2 run in the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds here, and the Pacers will call their timeout here. We're going to take a timeout as well. 8:26 left to play in the third. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we're back here in Indianapolis here. We're looking at league leader steals a game this season. TJ McConnell leading the league with averaging 2.1 steals per game. Isaiah Jackson inbounds at Denise Smith here. It's a 7-point lead for the Pacers here. They led by as many as 16. Siakam. Before on the shot clock. 3. Siakam for 3. That is off the iron. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Jansen, that was tipped, but Franz Wagner still controls it for the Orlando Magic. Moritz Wagner with the dunk on the alley-oop, and the Magic within 5. Siakam finds Isaiah Jackson with a dunk. Magic up 13-4 run in the last 3:32. Bain for 3. That is off the iron. Neesmith with the rebound. Nimhard for 3. That is off the iron. Franz Wagner grabbing the rebound. Isaac Jones. Here, 7 on the shot clock. Bain for 3. Off the iron. McConnell with the rebound. Neesmith back to Nimhard. Nimhard for 3. Off the iron. Desmond Bain with the rebound. Magic within 7. They were within 5 a few minutes ago. You see Andrew Nimhard having a struggling game from the field right now. Only 1 of 9 shooting, 3 points. Bain. Bucket. That is in. Desmond Bain with 14 points in this game for the Magic. It's 62-57. Pacers on top. Nimhard. Back over to McConnell. Back over to Siakam. To Isaiah Jackson and Neesmith. McConnell for 3. No good. Bancaro with the rebound. Desmond Bain has it for the Magic right now. Tyus Jones has it. Back over to Desmond Bain. Bain to Bancaro. Bancaro. 5 on the shot clock. Bancaro coming around. That's a miss. Siakam with the rebound. Pascal Siakam. 5.5 to play in the third. That is no good, but Isaiah Jackson with the offensive rebound. Nembhard misses that one. Boncaro with the rebound for the Pacers, or for the Magic, I should say here. 5:15 to play in the third. Four on the shot clock. Boncaro, jump shot. That is in and off. Nesmith will get the rebound for the Pacers. I see Siakam. He'll go to the line. Bain called for the shooting foul there.
First team foul.
It'll be 2 shots for Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam.
Scoring breakdown, points off of assists, 40. 3-9 3-pointers made by the Pacers as Siakam misses the first one. Black coming into the game for Tyus Jones. And Siakam misses them both. Boncaro, ironically, with the rebound, as he also had a trip to the line in the first quarter where he missed both free throw shots. Magic only still down by 5. Nembhard will get the rebound for the Pacers. Both teams have gone cold the last few minutes. McConnell for 3. That is off the iron. See Black coming around over to... That was Desmond Bain that had the shot. The Pacers right now, within the first 8 minutes of the third quarter, has only been held to 6 points scoring. McConnell for 3. That is off the iron. Isaiah Jackson gets the offensive rebound. He misses that one. Black will get the rebound as Boncaro has it now for the Magic. Franz Wagner back over to Desmond Bain. Back to Black. Finding Boncaro. Franz Wagner. Wagner, that shot is good. And the Magic only within 3. Timeout, Indiana. 3:29 to play in the third. We're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We are back here in Indianapolis, 62-59. Pacers on top. They led by as many as 16, and the Magic have crawled, scratched, and clawed their way back into this game. They only trail by 3. They have yet to lead in this game for Orlando. We have yet to even have a tie, with the exception of 0-0. 14 on the shot clock after the inbound. TJ McConnell back over to Nesmith. Nembhard with it, getting the shot up, and that is off the iron and no good. Black with the rebound. I see Black for 3. That is off the iron here, but as you can see though, if you think about it, in 9 minutes of play here in this third quarter, the Magic have outscored the Pacers 17-6 right now. Neither team has shot very well in this third quarter, but you see Nesmith. And he ends a little drought for the Pacers there. They're back up by 6 now. Boncaro with it for the Magic. 5 on the shot clock. You see Black coming through. Back over the Moritz Wagner. That is off the iron, no good. McConnell with the rebound. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 65-59. Pacers on top. Topping for 3. That is no good. Black will grab the rebound for the Magic. Franz Wagner. Over to Moritz Wagner. That is no good. Got a minute 34 to play here in the third. Nesmith for 3. No good. Moritz Wagner grabbing the rebound. Back over to Franz Wagner. Over to Bain. Desmond Bain with the rebound.
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner getting the assist there. It's a 4-point lead for the Magic. Obi Toppin back to Neesmith. Neesmith, no good. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Banchero. Over to Black. Black!
Assisted by.
It's a 2-point game. Coming through from McConnell. Back over to Toppin. Toppin for 3. He drains it. And it's an old back. And the Pacers are back up by 5. Back over to Black. Bain for 3. He drains that one. Magic within 6 again. Or within 2 again. It was what am I talking about here? They have 66 points. McConnell over to Toppin. Back over to Neesmith. Back to Obi Toppin. 9 on the shot clock. Nembhard coming through. Nembhard with the bucket. Obi Toppin had the assist there. Under 13 to play until the Desmond Bain for 3. That is off the iron. Moritz Wagner will get the rebound. And that will do it. The Pacers were on top by as many as 16, but the Magic have crawled to within 2. It is 70-68. Pacers on top at the end of 3. We'll be back. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Look at the State Farm assist of the game. You look at that Obi Toppin dunk there. As Mathurin got the State Farm assist of the game here, you see Indiana inbounding it. Siakam taking the inbound from Mathurin. Starting the 4th quarter. And there's a block. I think that's Bedaze with the block there as Orlando with a chance to tie the game. We have not had a tie in this game at all except for 0-0. It has been Indiana all game that has led. Jones with it. Tyus Jones for 3. That is off the iron. Obi Toppin will get the rebound that preserves the Indiana lead for right now. I said it was a 16-point lead. They had a 14-point lead going into halftime, the Pacers did, but then they went up by as many as 16 in that early third quarter, but they've gotten cold. Bain for 3. That is off the iron. Shepard will get the rebound for the Pacers. But the Magic have not been that hot either. They just took advantage of a lot of stops. And they're Toppin. Open 3. No good. Black will get the rebound for the Orlando Magic. Tyus Jones with it. Back over to Bedaze. Bedaze with a dunk, and we are tied. Orlando has come back from 16 down to tie this game. Early 4th quarter. It is the first tie of the game because they do not count 0-0 as a tie. And there's a shot by Siakam. That is no good. Bain coming through. Chance for Orlando to take their first lead of the game. To Isaac Jones. Back over to Isaac. No, that was Tyus Jones. Bedaze back to Bain. Bain for 3. No good. Bedaze gets his offensive rebound here. Black will have it for the Orlando Magic. Black for 3. That is no good. Obi Toppin with the rebound. Quentin Jackson now has it for the Pacers here. You see Shepard with it. 9:30 to play in the 4th quarter. Fun fact, you have yet to have an overtime game. Toppin over to Quentin Jackson for 3. He drains it, and the Pacers are back on top by 3. And they have yet to trail, but they have allowed a 16-point lead to evaporate for the Magic to tie it. Jones coming through with the layup.
The assist.
Magic within one.
Isaac.
Isaac will get the assist there. Siakam with it. Pascal Siakam, no good. Badaze will get the rebound. See, Black has it for the Magic, I should say. Why do I keep saying Pacers? Jones with it. 6 on the shot clock. Back over to Black. 2-1. Black for 3. Off the iron. Badaze with the offensive rebound. He gets a put in a Magic lead for the first time in this game. 74-73. 8 minutes to play here. Toppin for 3. Off the iron. Badaze with the rebound. Back over. There's Isaac.
Assist goes to Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones with the assist there. It is a 3-point lead for the Orlando Magic. Like I said, they are in the lead for the first time in this game. Shepard, layup, good. Timeout, Orlando. We're going to take a timeout as well. 7:27 to play in the fourth. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we're back here in Indianapolis here. The Magic leading it by 1. They were down by as many as 16. And now they have the lead for the first time. Or they've been having a lead for the first time in this game. 76-75. Black over to Boncaro. 8 on the shot clock. Paulo Boncaro almost lost it for a second. He's going to get that shot up. That is no good. Isaiah Jackson with the rebound. Nembhard back over to TJ McConnell here. 6:50 to play in the fourth. And there's Nembhard for third. Or no, that was Neesmith. Never mind, but he misses it anyway. Franz Wagner. Back over to Moritz Wagner. Moritz Wagner with the slam dunk. And the Magic, of course, matching their largest lead of the game by 3. Nembhard. Over to Siakam. Siakam for 3. And we are tied at 78. See the crowd really excited here at the Gamebridge Coliseum. We'll remind everybody when this game is over with, we are not done yet. You see Black for 3. He drains it. And the Pacers are back on, or the Magic back on top by 3 now. Over to Neesmith. Neesmith. There's Siakam for 3. No good. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Back over to Franz Wagner. And there Wagner. Back over to Moritz Wagner. That is in and out. Nembhard with the rebound here for the Pacers here, trailing by 3. McConnell has it. 13 on the shot clock to Siakam. Siakam coming around. Layup is good. Pascal Siakam with 29 points in this game, and the lead is only down to 1 for the Magic. They only led by as many as 3. Wagner. Over to Black. Back over to Jones. Jones for 3. Off the iron. Neesmith will get the rebound. There's TJ McConnell now with the chance of back over to Nembhard. Chance for the Pacers to retake the lead. Siakam, 10 on the shot clock. Siakam coming through. There's a layup. That attempt no good. Siakam with the offensive rebound and the putback, and the Pacers are back on top by 1. See Franz Wagner for the Orlando Magic. Passing it over to Black. Black for three. No good. Isaiah Jackson with the rebound. And the Magic have been held scoreless for the last 2:15. Over to Isaiah Jackson for three. Or no, not for three, with the slam dunk. That's my fault right there. The Pacers are now leading it again by three. Pablo Banchero. Back over to, I think that was Jones or Bain for a second. No, that was Bain that had it for a second, but now it's Franz Wagner with it. There's from the paint. That is in. Magic shooting 35 of 77. The Pacers 35 of 79. Neesmith. Here in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes, under 3 minutes to play here. There's a three-pointer. That is off the iron. Moritz Wagner with the rebound. Tyus Jones has it for the Magic. Back over to Franz Wagner. And Wagner will lose it to Isaiah Jackson and Nembhard. Nembhard has it. There's a jump shot. That is up, no good. Paulo Banchero with the rebound. Tyus Jones, bucket, no good. McConnell has it here. We're under 2:15 now to play here in the fourth. Siakam coming around. 9 on the shot clock. Siakam for three. Off the iron. Moritz Wagner with the rebound. Tyus Jones has it. We're under 2 minutes to play here. We have still yet to have an overtime game here in the season playthrough. Franz Wagner for three. He makes it! And the Magic are back on top by 2. 1:40 to play. Siakam. That is off the iron. Banchero with the rebound. Franz Wagner back over to Black. Black. Bucket. Good. 4-point lead for Orlando here. Under 1.5 minutes to play. The first time they led by 2 possessions in this game. So the Magic overcame a 16-point game, but Siakam and the Pacers, they're not going away yet. Timeout. Orlando, you see Pascal Siakam, 33 points. 1:14 left in the game. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back here in Indianapolis. Don't forget, we are not done yet after this game comes to an end. We still have stats, post-game ticker, injury reports, or any notable news and notes that are worthy here, as we are on the last day of December of 2025, at least for the season playthrough. You see Bain coming through with it. And again, don't forget that tomorrow will just be an updated for statistics as well as the award winners and standings. Siakam will get the rebound there off the miss here. 2-point game for the Magic. Isaiah Jackson back over to Nembhard, back over to Siakam. Siakam, that is, oh, that was close. Banchero with the rebound. Back over to Bain. Bain. He is fouled. Nembhard called for his third personal foul as Desmond Bain is going to go to the line, shooting 2 huge free throws for the Magic. As I said, no actual game tomorrow. As I said, we're going to go over the stats and monthly award update videos as well as the standings. And then coming up on Thursday, which will be an early upload, will be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Want to get that up before the football games start on Thanksgiving. As well as you guys have Thanksgiving theirs. We're going to take a timeout here, 32.5 to play, a 4-point lead for Orlando. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. Back here in Indianapolis here, 90-86, the Magic on top. If the Magic were to hold on, this will be the second largest comeback here in the watched game. The largest comeback in the watched game are the New York Knicks, and they'll be on the next game on Thursday. They'll host the Atlanta Hawks. This will be the first time we see the Hawks in schedule block number 2 as we're nearing the end. Nembhard for 3. Off the iron, Isaiah Jackson back to Siakam. Siakam for 3. He drains it. 23.1 to play here in the 4th. And the Pacers are going to start the foul. You see Nembhard will get his 4th personal foul. And the Magic are in the bonus. Desmond Bane, who hit the 2 free throws earlier. Chance to put his team up by 3. But yeah, the Knicks and the Hawks, the calendar date will be January 2nd, 2026. That will be on early morning Thanksgiving at 10 a.m. Eastern. 22 seconds on the clock. Timeout. We're going to take one as well. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back here in Indianapolis here. 92-89, Magic on top. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later tonight, College Football 26 content will be out. A simulation between the Texas A&M Aggies and the Texas Longhorns at 7 p.m. Eastern. You see Nembhard back over to McConnell. Siakam with it. Shot clock is turned off. If they really want to hold on for the last shot, they can. But they don't want to do that. McConnell, quick 3 there. Off the iron, Montero with the rebound. And Siakam will have to foul as Tyus Jones with a chance to quite possibly put this game away for the Orlando Magic and for them to overcome the second largest deficit in the watch game this season. Desmond Bane will hit the first one. They are up by 2 possessions. 93-89. 94-89. If they really want to have a shot, they have to get a quick 3. McConnell didn't get it quick enough. No, actually, timeout. Orlando with 0.4 left to play. I'm sure the Pacers will try to foul, but we're going to take a break again. 0.4 left. All right, 0.4 left here. A quick foul, unless if they can get to where Orlando, and they will not get the foul off in time, and that will do it. The Orlando Magic come back from 16 down in the 3rd quarter to defeat the Indiana Pacers 94-92, putting an end to the Pacers' 7-game winning streak. And the Orlando Magic, as of right now, will be sitting in the 6th place spot in the Eastern Conference playoff standings going into the new year. They go to 18-16. The Pacers fall to 17-17. You see Franz Wagner, player of the game. Stay tuned because we are not done yet. Time to look at the player statistics for this game. First, for the home team, the Indiana Pacers, gut-wrenching loss after being up by 16 points. Pascal Siakam, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Aaron Nesmith, 15 points, 7 rebounds and an assist. Andrew Nembhard, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Obi Toppin also Nembhard had a steal in the game. Obi Toppin, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Isaiah Jackson had 6 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal. Benedict Mathurin, 6 points, 4 rebounds and an assist. TJ McConnell only had 5 points, 3 rebounds, but he did have 11 assists. Quentin Jackson, 3 points, 1 assist. Cam Jones only had 3 points in the game. Ben Shepherd, 2 points and 1 assist. Jay Huff, 2 rebounds. You had James Wiseman, Johnny Furpey, Jarris Walker, Tony Bradley did not play for the Pacers in this game. And now for the Orlando Magic, Desmond Bane, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He definitely kept the Magic in this game when they were down by many points. Though Franz Wagner got the player of the game with 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Close to a triple-double for him. I can see why now that he got it. Anthony Black, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. For Moritz Wagner, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, another double-double. I believe the Wagner brothers had double, or the only ones with a double-double in this game. Guga Badaze, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Paulo Bancaro, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Could have easily had a triple-double there. Tyus Jones, 7 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, and a steal. Jonathan Isaac only had 2 points and 1 rebound. Tristan Da Silva, no stats there. And then you got Jamal Cain, Orlando Robinson, Jace Richardson, Noah Penda, Jet Howard. They did not play for the Orlando Magic, and those are your player statistics for this game. It is now time for the post-game ticker, brought to you by 2K Sports. On this New Year's Eve in 2025, we go to Charlotte with the Hornets. I don't know what happened, but they're not going to have a good New Year. Neither are their fans. They lose 145-95 to the Golden State Warriors. The Minnesota Timberwolves falls to the Hawks 109-103. A game that we watched, the Orlando Magic come back from 16 down to defeat the Indiana Pacers 94-92. The Phoenix Suns, in a very closely contested game, very high-scoring game, 144-143 winners over the Phoenix Suns over the Cavaliers, 144-143. The Bulls over the Pelicans, 125-103. The Knicks, 125, Spurs, 123. The Nuggets, 122-98 winners over the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks, 127-121 winners over the Washington Wizards. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, league best 29-5 going into the new year, 132-117 winners over the Portland Trail Blazers. And now on to New Year's Day of 2026. Let's see here. The Rockets start off the 2026 portion of the schedule on a high note, winning 132-122 in overtime against the Brooklyn Nets. The Pistons, 128-121 winners over the Miami Heat. The Mavericks also start off the 2026 portion of their schedule on a high note, 121-103 winners over the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Kings light the beam again, 132-96 winners over the Boston Celtics. Let me tell you, the Kings show more heart in this universe than they do in actual real life. And maybe 2026 portion of the schedule, but it's the same old Jazz. They lose by 51 to the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers are now 23-10. The Jazz are a league worst 2-31. We'll go over the entire standings coming up tomorrow. But that is it for your post-game tickers. My buddy RJL Network would say, if your team won, congratulations. If not, there's always tomorrow. Latest injury report here. The Philadelphia 76ers are without the services of Andre Drummond and VJ Edgecombe. The Bucks are fully healthy. The Bulls are fully healthy. Jared Allen still out for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown still out for the Boston Celtics. John Collins still out for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Grizzlies are fully healthy. The Hawks are fully healthy. The Heat are without Terry Rozier with his indefinite suspension. LaMelo Ball still out for the Hornets. The Jazz are fully healthy. They just fully suck. The Kings are without Maxime Renaud. The Knicks without OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, and Yabusele. So we are going to be seeing 3 players out for the Knicks to start off the 2026 portion of the schedule. Dalton Knecht still out for the Lakers. Orlando Magic still without Wendell Carter Jr. or Jalen Suggs. Anthony Davis and Dante Exum still out for the Mavericks. Terrence Mann out for the Nets. Peyton Watson out for the Nuggets still. Halliburton, we already know about his injury. The Pelicans are fully healthy. Jaden Ivey still out for the Pistons. Jacob Poeltl still out for the Raptors. We know about Van Vliet's injury. He's done for the season. Devin Vassell is still out for the Spurs. We're going to be seeing them shortly. The Suns fully healthy. Oklahoma City with the Thunder without Jalen Williams. That is with Jalen, because they do have two Jalen Williams. One of them is a Jaylin, but the Jalen is out, as well as Isaiah Hartenstein, Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley are out for the Timberwolves, and for the Portland Trailblazers, Damian Lillard and Kamara still out. Moses Moody still out for the Warriors, and Cam Whitmore still out for the Washington Wizards. And that was your injury report for the games played after January 1st, 2026. As I mentioned before, there's going to be no actual game being aired tomorrow. We're just going to go over the statistics and for the monthly awards, as well as the standings for the after December 2025. But when we come back on Thursday, which will be an early upload at 10 a.m. Eastern, so that way maybe you can watch this game before you go see your family or have family come over, or before your meals, or if you just want to enjoy your football without having to worry about any of my content being out. I mean, I will also have a college football 26 game, but there will be no premiere, so you can just watch that at your own pace if you want as well. But when we do come back, we are now on the New Year's schedule, portion of the schedule 2026. We're in January 2nd, 2026 for this calendar, where we have the New York Knicks hosting the Atlanta Hawks, a game between two winning teams. That should be a fun one. I hope it will be a fun one, where the Hawks are now fully healthy. However, the Knicks are with some injuries. As I said, we'll go over the standings and where each team is sitting going into this game. And that will do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like. And don't forget to also comment on this video and hit the subscribe button. And hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these do come out. Don't forget, later on tonight will be College Football 26 for my simulation. I'm doing 5 simulations for Week 14, a.k.a. Hate Week. Yesterday we did Georgia at Georgia Tech, and now tonight we are doing the Lone Star State Showdown, Texas A&M at Texas. Both schools, of course, hate each other. Tomorrow, though, at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be doing Ohio State and Michigan, as well as that is the nightcap of the triple header upload, because, as I said, my other College Football 26 content will be my 28 team college football playoff projections. That will be out at 1 p.m. Eastern, and of course the video I mentioned going over the stats, standings, and awards, that will be out at 4 p.m. Eastern. And that is going to do it here. Reminding you guys, the final score, the Orlando Magic come back from 16 down to defeat the Indiana Pacers 94-92. The Magic moved to 18-16 on the season and 2-0 in watch games. I am Vinny from VW Productions, and I am signing off.